Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tim.
Annis, hello.
Yeah, so back down in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we are taking a walk. I'll tell you, this time of year, so right before Christmas, there's a lot of activity down here. We were here last year, but we were here a couple days after Christmas. Now that we're kind of a couple weeks, well, a week and a half before Christmas, there seems to be just so much traffic and congestion getting down into Kingstown, and some of the parking is limited. You know, there's a couple places to park. You can park where the cruise ships come in. You can park in the center of town, sort of right behind the bus stop, and then you can also park down by the hardware store Korea's, but they're all pretty much full right now. Hello. This time around, what we did was we parked up at the very top overlooking Kingstown, up on Murray's Road or Richmond Hill, whatever you want to call it. But we parked up there right by the house, by Noreen's family house, and we're just going to walk down Sally Spring. I'm sorry?
There's a car behind you.
Okay. So we're going to walk down to town. It's probably a 15-minute walk. Not what I would prefer to do in the heat, because we want to buy some stuff, so we'll have to put it in the backpacks and carry everything back. But if I turn around here, you can see we're not that far. House is up there. You can see, well, you can't really see because of these trees, but the house is up there. You can see the main road going down if we were to take the main road down. But Sally Springs is kind of a secondary road, not a lot of traffic. They don't allow trucks and buses on it, so it doesn't get a lot of, mostly foot traffic and just local people. I know Annis, when she was younger, used to walk back and forth. You want to tell them, you know more about what you used to do when you were a kid?
Just walking to school in the morning, and then walking back home for lunch, then walking back to school, and then walking back to the house in the afternoon. By the time you got back to school after lunch, you were just ready for a nap.
I can imagine. Yeah, so as a kid, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, you know, running up and down the hill as a you know, young student, if you wanted to go back and eat lunch. I can say when you get older, like we are.
Well, I'm not older. I don't know about you.
No, just in the heat of the day with carrying stuff and backpacks, and if you have to buy stuff downtown, it's a little bit more, you know.
It keeps you in shape.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna walk.
This is kind of ridiculous.
What's that? Oh, the mosquito bites?
Yeah.
I don't have a single one. I don't know what happened to you. That's crazy.
Look at that.
All right, come on, let's keep going. So this is not Sally Spring here. What is this? What road is this, honey?
This is still
Sally Spring? Okay, all right.
That's French's.
Oh, French's? Yeah, that's all up French's. Yeah, you can take, there's a shortcut if you're coming down through past Zion Hill and you want to go through French's. If you want to try to take a little bit of a shortcut down towards where the cruise ships are in that end of town, you can take that way, but we don't normally go that way. We usually go the longer way, unless it's really, I mean, I guess if the traffic were bad, you could take that as a shortcut. But let's see, I'll stay on this side. Let's start coming. I have to keep remembering that this is all the driving here is on the opposite side, so everything is right-hand drive on the vehicles, and when you're coming down, you're driving down on the left-hand side, which is kind of unusual for myself that's been driving for almost 45 years up in the US.
You want me to hold that back for you?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, watch out.
Okay. See some of the old buildings here. The old buildings. All right, so now we're a little bit further down into Kingstown. You can see some of the traffic. This is why we decided to walk today, because we would be sort of stuck in all this line of traffic trying to get in downtown here. Sometimes it's just easier to be on foot, even though it is hot.
50% off on your smoothie this season. Or buy 2 smoothie and get our premium shake.
We have to do a couple different things. We have to go to Lane's Hardware. We might go to Courts and look at a few things, and then I got to go down to the main governmental building, finance building, and go to the treasury there to make a couple payments. So we're going to be walking around downtown here for a couple hours. Maybe grab a lunch at one of the places down here. Ironically, they do have a couple U.S. franchises. You can see right ahead of me here, you see a Subway. So they have Subway, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Most of the time,
It's in Arnesville. There's no Kentucky down here.
it's right on the corner.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right on the corner. There's two. And we're gonna, one of our other little favorite places is Bickles. It's sort of like a fast food Caribbean type of thing. It has Jamaican patties, they call them, different chicken and beef patties and smoothies and stuff. So, and they do have some American food, but it's right around the corner here. So we'll just see where we get to here, walking through Kingstown. What's that?
You want to go by Stephen?
Yes. Yeah, so we're going to take a quick walk down to Annis's cousin Stephen. He's a local lawyer here, and he did some land transfer transaction for us. And we bought some additional land, so we got to go stop by and pick up the deed. So his office is up in the second floor here. I believe it's up in this building here. So I'm going to turn the camera off here. There's the sign. I see the sign here. We'll go in. I think it was on the second floor. Okay, it's on the second floor, so we'll head on in there. All right. Still walking down in Kingstown here. I am I went to one hardware store. I need to get some hardware. I'm trying to install a new camera back at the house, and I need to find some 2-inch clamps. It's so difficult finding some of the hardware you need here because they don't carry a good supply. It's not like going to a Lowe's or a Home Depot and just having overabundance of stuff. Down here, they just have what sells down here in the Caribbean. Who's Iron Man. So it's a little bit of a challenge when you're looking for something very specific, which I am, for a 2-inch pipe to clamp it to my roof. So I have to go to this other Korea's Hardware, which is on the other side of town here. And you got to really watch what you're doing here around here because there's cars coming at you from all directions, people and carts, and not a lot of space to walk through. Try to go out on the road here. So the other hardware store down here has a lot of good stuff, so I'm going to try them. So I'll turn off the camera here and head on in. Still looking through Ace, haven't found the clamps yet. I do need to we picked up some cord here. I'm looking for a clothesline cord. We had we don't use a traditional dryer like we have in the US. We just hang everything outside since it dries so quickly. But the line we had last year, because of the sun, it dry rotted. So I'm going to see if this is strong enough. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but for $53.26, which is EC, Eastern Caribbean currency, so it's not terribly expensive, probably close to $19 maybe, 15 to 19, which is still more than what we pay up in the US, but when you need it, you gotta pay it. Okay, I finally got to the clamp section, and it looks like they don't have the 2-inch clamps I need. This is finally what I thought I was going to be able to get, so I guess in this case Ace is not the place. All right, so I got a few things at Ace. Not exactly what I wanted, but I can make it work. I'll use a little MacGyver skills and make it work for me. It's impossible to find exactly what you need around here. Sometimes you get lucky, but this time I didn't get so lucky. Gonna walk back on the other side of town here. Annis is at Flow Internet. The two routers for her mom's house down here. The routers went on the kaput, so we had to grab them out of the house and bring them there to get replaced. So hopefully she's been there for about an hour waiting in line. Hopefully she's gotten what she needs and we can head back home. This is the central market here. They have two new markets, uptown and downtown markets, which are inside markets for fruit and vegetable vendors. They used to be all around the street here and they wanted to clear the streets, so they created these new markets, indoor markets, which are actually quite kind of nice, but it gets them off the streets here and makes the walking a little easier. I think these are two of the only fire trucks they have on this whole freaking island that are official governmental fire trucks. This is the police station here. Yeah, this fire truck, I've seen it sit here. I've actually never seen it on the road, but I always see it sitting here. Probably got it from Ohio. Looks like they got it from, a lot of what they have here is repurposed and purchased, used. That fire truck was purchased from Ohio and brought all the way down here on a boat. It's probably something they bought. It was a reasonable price because it's not like they have manufacturers down here for fire trucks. Let me slip in here. This is the corner here. I'm going to cross over here. This is the building loan. That's the governmental courthouse. That's where they have all the Supreme Court and everything. We're going to try to get across. We have accounts here. This is the building and loan. Let me head down. So Flo is down this way, so I want to go see how Annis is making out in line. Actually, she's calling me right now. Hello? I'm right outside Flo. I'll be right there. Bye. Bye-bye. Perfect timing. So this is Flo Cablevision. This is like the Comcast of St. Vincent. They actually have two cable and cell phone providers down here. One is Digicel, which we have because it has a little bit of better service, fiber optic, and they do sell cell phones as well. But Flo does the internet and also does the cellular services. So not a lot of options down here, but if you want to have internet and you want to have cell coverage, these are the only games in town. Said she was ready. Where did she go? So if you've ever been to one of those Comcast main stores, main hubs, this is what they have down here in St. Vincent for Flo. They do all the Galaxy, Samsung phones, and they do the cable, and they do the television. But I think we're getting ready to bail because Annis has been waiting for over an hour. And it's chaos here. You put your name on the list and it takes forever. Okay, we're in Bickles now. It's sort of like a fast food place for Caribbean food. They have patties. We got 3 beef patties, 3 chicken patties, and we're gonna take them out and eat them outside. Usually I get a smoothie here, but the smoothie machine's broken, so doesn't look like that's gonna happen today. I'm gonna go down the end of the road and get something to have a place that has something sort of like Rita's. So I'm gonna get something to drink down there. You can see how busy it is here. This is a pretty popular little shop here. It's called Bickles. So what was this deal? The one blender's broken?
You have a blender down here?
I mean, yeah, we have 2 blenders down here.
Give him one.
Yeah.
I kid you not.
Annis is a little bit teed off because I couldn't get my smoothie.
I bought a whole lot of stuff.
Well, I know. Frustrating day, I'm sorry. Spent an hour and a half in the flow.
The last 4 days have been frustrating.
Yep. All right, I was able to get myself a fruit punch smooth, or fruit punch icy over at the Fusion place. So now we're getting ready to have some beef and chicken patties.
This is beef. You want beef or chicken? So that's you.
All right. All right, so now we're enjoying our patties. It's funny because people think that when you have a place in a tropical, residence or exotic residence, that it's all, you go down and you do vacation things and you just relax, and really that is not the truth. So half of what you do when you come down here, you pay bills, you go to the electric company, pay your monthly electric bill. You go to the governmental offices to get business done. You're running around to the pharmacies, like I was today, at the hardware stores, because there's always stuff around the house that needs to be fixed. I mean, yeah, a lot of it is in good shape, but so you got to get all that business and all that non-fun stuff out of the way before you get to going to the beach and drinking and relaxing, and that's the compromise. Because I know you're very frustrated today. That's what I want to make sure people understand. Yes, it's nice to be down here in tropical environment and enjoy the 80-degree weather and sunny weather when it's 25 degrees up at home. But I guess what I'm trying to say is it isn't always fun and games the whole time. So, and today is one of those days because we had to come downtown to do business, and but yet we'll be able to go home and relax. So that's a plus. From here you can see a good view of the top. At the top of that ridge is Fort Charlotte. That was one of the original forts that has cannons and overlooks the entire harbor here coming into Kingstown. You can see that one crane there. I took a video a couple years ago when they were first starting that. Maybe it wasn't a couple years ago, a year ago. They're coming along pretty far there, so I will probably launch the drone later this week and give people an update of where they are with the construction. It looks like they got some girders and some steel up. They're getting ready to put the buildings up. They got all the perimeter foundation for the sand and the gravel that they packed in there, so that doesn't wash away. I saw some steel that they put along the perimeter. We are right downtown. You can see the old police. That's the Central Police Station for Kingstown, and you got all the shopping here. Lanes and Courts are the 2 stores we normally go to when we're down here. Courts is sort of like a department store, and Lanes, that's a hardware store. They buy a lot of hardware. All right, so we're done with our lunch and we're going to head down to the fish market and see what they have fish-wise. We're not going to get tuna this time, Annis was saying, so we're going to see what other kinds of fish they have. Bring a little bit back to the house for dinner tonight. Hopefully they have something interesting.
You won't eat fish.
You never know. Today might be the day.
I know, there's no never know.
Today might be the day. Meatballs? No, not 7 days a week. I did have some spaghetti meatballs, and I did have a meatball sub. But you know, you eat what you're familiar with. And tropical fish is not what I'm familiar with, or whatever they have here. Okay, so we're in the fish market. It looks like all they have is tuna, and they have some marlin. So Annis doesn't want tuna this time. She said last time she got it, it was a little bit not her liking. So that looks like barracuda. All right, looks like we have decided on marlin, so she's going to get 3 big marlin steaks, 1-inch steaks, or she's going to cook tonight. So we'll see how this goes. That's 3 pounds. All right, we're heading our way back towards the main road coming in, where we're going to walk back to Annis's family home. This is Middle Street here. A lot of the vendors sell different things. As you can see, it's mostly foot traffic, but every now and then some of the commercial vehicles need to get down in here, so they take up the whole road. All right. All right, so now we're down here at the cruise ship terminal. Annis had to use the restroom over here by the Ministry of Urban Development over here, the governmental building. They have a public restroom, but you can see all the pandemonium, you know, a week before Christmas down here. All kinds of people trying to get ready for the holiday. This is sort of like one of the hubs down here in Kingstown, the capital, where they have all the ferries. So a lot of this traffic, you see all these cars coming around here. They're trying to get loaded up in here. So you got ferries coming in. This is the Beckway Express 5, number 5. They have several of these things, but that's number 5. So you got cars coming off going that way. You got cars and trucks coming in, trying to get loaded on the ferries to go over to Beckway. Most of these are Beckway, but they do have some faster, smaller ferries that go to Kanawan and all the way down to Union Island. It's a little further. That's probably 30 miles versus, I think it's like 9 miles to go across the Beckway. It's about an hour boat ride. But yeah, there's just a lot going on here. This is where all the cruise ships come in. There are a lot of European cruise ships that come in here several times a week. And when they do, we used to park down here, right here along this edge. But whenever there's a cruise ship here, they reserve all these spots for a lot of the taxis and shuttles to accommodate all the cruise ship guests that want to get off and explore the island. So it's been a little bit of an aggravation trying to find parking. We actually walked down. We parked up on Murray's Road right near Annis's family home and walked down like we did the other day. So yeah, I mean, you got to do it this time of year. Come down here and try to find a place to park. It's just crazy. But lots of traffic coming in here. Here's a nice little fixer-upper. I wouldn't mind having one of these. Come down here, buy all your stuff, throw it in the back. Hell, it looks like a little miniature ambulance almost. What does it say? Prime Rides. Looks like it needs a little bit of fixing up. You can even see that road up top there. That's the road if you're I think if you can get that road from Scion Hill or Cane Garden and you can go all the way down and around, it's another shortcut. I think it takes you down and goes through French's. There's some alternate roads that you can take if you don't want to take the main road in. But that is one of them there. You can see they're lined up. So traffic is backed up. Even that traffic up there on that narrow road right along that edge of that ridge. Yep, people coming from all directions to get down to Kingstown. All right, how you feeling, Annis?
Irritated.
Irritated and tired?
Yeah.
Well then, our day in Kingstown was successful then. No, I'm just kidding. That's usually what it is, you know? I look at coming down to Kingstown as one of those necessary evils. When you live here, there's just stuff you can't do down at the beach or at your house. And unfortunately, you have to go downtown where all the services and supplies are to do it. And it's just a pain in the ass. Is there a house in there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's a structure. I don't know what it is. Who knows? I know that the GoPro doesn't really show it or give you the perspective, but these hills, these roads are pretty darn steep, especially in the temperature and the humidity that you have down here. Not to say that I'm in bad shape, but I'm not in that great a shape. Annis has a strategy. She climbs these roads like she's climbing up a mountain, where she does the zigzag crosswalk. Walking smarter, not harder. But longer, but hey. All right, we're halfway there. I can see the main road ahead. The big old stone wall. Actually, the shade here feels pretty good. The sun is half the battle. Going up these hills in the sun is a lot hotter. Almost there. All right, we're back up on Murray's Road. We got the DeFreitas house here. You know, they own a lot. They've been here as long as Noreen's family has been here, Annis's family, since the 50s and 60s. But this is their family house, and we've already passed it down the road here, but there's a whole different complex of medical buildings and commercial buildings that they own. DeFreitas Center down there. I believe it's called DeFreitas Center. I know that it says DeFreitas in the name. But this is a really busy road. One of the reasons why we decided not to build, Annis has a lot right behind her family home right here, this pink house. And it's one of the problems we have with building here is just there's so much traffic all day, all night. Vans screaming up and down this road. It's the main artery out of Kingstown if you're not going the back way, but there's motorcycles, there's loud trucks, people beeping their horn, loud music. And when you have to leave your windows open, like you can see her mom has her windows open now, there's just no peace, no quiet. You can hear you hear this truck coming down the road here all day long. All you hear is this noise. So that makes it a little bit less enjoyable. Otherwise, This would be a really nice spot. It's got cool breezes at nighttime coming off the ocean up this ridge here. But you can see the traffic is non-stop.